What's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Kotobukiya statue review on the ArtFXJ Attack on Titan 1/8 scale Mikasa Ackerman statue. Gotta give a big thanks to Kotobukiya for making this review possible. Check the links in the description below to see the latest coming from Kotobukiya. If you're trying to get this statue yourself, you can get big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below. Again, loving the window box packaging over here. You can see some chains in the background and stuff. Nice product shots of Mikasa right there on the side, and then another big product shot of Mikasa, and then it says the staff in Japanese, it looks like, and then a couple more product shots right there. Then on the side you get a cool picture right there, and then on the top Mikasa, then at the bottom not much going on. Alright, let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's Mikasa out of the packaging, and this is a beautiful piece. I really like this pose over here. This is just a wonderful looking statue, very long and tall piece over here. Great pose. It's very sexy, but not too hardcore on the sexy appeal. It's just, I like this pose that she's in. Now, this is not a Bishoujo statue. It's an ArtFXJ statue, so, it's not supposed to be, one of those ones where, she's all busty or, has a big behind or anything like that. She's got her poncho, which is removable over here. And there is some assembly required with this. You do have to plug in the blades and the tubes over here for the 3D maneuvering gear, and then same thing with this little blade right there. You gotta plug that in. And Mikasa has two ports where she plugs in with the foot on this branch right over here, and then this sheath for the blades plugs into the side right over there. Now, looking close at the base of this piece, this wood looks very realistic. I love all the cuts in here. Nice paint apps on this, just smooth right here at the bottom. Again, just like the Aaron one, this is looking very cool. A little bit different though. This is a little darker than the Aaron base. You can see this blade right here. It's all worn out and dinged and everything. You can see how the variation in colors of brown on the base changes. I just think it looks really neat. Get some more cuts into the tree and everything. I think this is supposed to be oak. I don't really know. Get this really nice shadowing effect on her boots right there. I think that looks great. Nice wrinkles sculpted in there. We can get the treads at the bottom of the boots too. This looks really cool. And she has this pin that goes in there that you plug into that section, and I'm a little I don't want to take it out, but you can see how the little middle pin right over there and just plugs right in. As we move up this, you can see all the wrinkles in the boots and everything. Her great wrinkles in her pants over here. That is very realistic looking. I like how it bunches up right underneath there and right around these straps. Similar to the Eren Yeager statue, I love the variety of colors for metals on this. You get this gunmetal color over here, and then it changes up for the blades, and you get this brighter silver over here. You get that bronze color, and it changes for everything. I really like that too. I also like the white paint on this figure. Ooh, I'd love to attack her with Mike Titan. And this section connects as well, and again, I don't want to take it off because it's not really meant to be taken off and on, but there's another pin that attaches into this section right here, and the instructions show that you can remove this little piece right over here to make it a little easier pegging everything in. Again, we get some really nice details on this. I just really like it a lot. It's a great looking piece, especially right over there. That's awesome. I like the handles. The blade looks great. You have to attach the blade yourself, and it's all tapered off to an edge right here. Plugging the tubes in over here is very easy, and it's very well written in the instructions. The wings of freedom right here are sculpted right here on the poncho or her cape with the hoodie and everything. I really like the shadowing effect. Same thing with the hair. I just really like her facial expression over here. It's kind of very sad Mikasa Ackerman. I really like it a lot. Nice pouch and silver paint apps right there on her jacket. She has Eren's scarf around her neck. I thought it was really cool that they went with this pose with the arm all the way up like that. And like I said, you can remove the little poncho, so you just pop her head off just like the Eren figure. Remove this. You can't remove the scarf if you want to do that. There's nothing in the directions that indicate that you can do that, and then you just pop the head right back on. That looks really cool too. I like the attention to details of the wrinkles on her shirt over here. The scarf looks great. Deco, the wings of freedom on her shoulder look very nice. Again, the wings of freedom are sculpted very nicely on the back of the jacket right there. I really like the hair sculpt on this too. Now, because of this stretched out pose, this statue stands very tall. I'm going to say she's at about 14 inches all the way up to the tip of that blade. And the top of her head is closer to 11 inches tall. Then here she is next to the Kotobukiya ArtFXJ Eren Yeager statue. You can see how much taller the Mikasa statue stands over Eren, and you can see these bases are completely different, sculpted very differently over here. And I know in my review of this guy, I said I was going to leave the poncho off, but I decided to leave it on. Here's the ArtFXJ Mikasa compared to the Figma Mikasa Ackerman. You can see that Figma went with a much darker palette, especially when you look at the boots over here. And I really like taking these Figma figures and trying to replicate the poses from the statues. It really makes me actually appreciate the pose from the statue a lot more. And here she is next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. I think I could see her wings of freedom. Get back to your spot, Spidey! Sorry. So again, I think this is a wonderful piece. Mikasa is one of my favorite characters from the show. She's a lot of people's favorite character from the show. I just really like her a lot. I really like the pose. It's a little on the sexy side, but not overdoing it. I think it's a great piece, and I highly recommend it. And I hope you guys liked my video. If you did, please hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Check out my review of the Eren Yeager statue from Kotobukiya if you haven't. And check out my last video right over here. And check out the ShartimusPrime channel for the daily blog. And make sure you check out toynewseye.com for a photo gallery of images from this review. I'll catch you guys later. Peace. You do have to plug in the swords over here and the blade. You do have to plug in the blades. You do have to